Hi guys, so I have got my tea brewed, my lovely Arbonne herbal tea, and my candle going. This is the cutest thing ever, having like wax melts on top. My first shoot with Jeff was in March last year. It was the start of the year. I would have to look to check, but I wanted to do a boudoir shoot, and I had seen Jeff's work and absolutely loved what he created, because it wasn't majorly sexual, and also just like the people that he works with and still works with is so diverse, and lots of different styles, and just really beautiful like work. So I decided that I wanted to work with him, and so we worked together for our first shoot, which I had set the tone as like when I described the tone that I wanted to go for with him was as sensual, not sexual. He definitely helped me deliver with that, because there was a lot of work with light and shadows, and some of the pictures, like, you don't even really pay attention to the fact that I'm in lingerie. At least I don't think so. I don't think that's the main focus of the photos, but it was very different to what I had done before, because all my modelling before had been like fashion, and sort of like lifestyle-y stuff. So this was the first time working and doing boudoir. I am so thankful because I loved the photos, and there were some that I was like, no, I don't really want to post that, I think it's giving off the wrong image, or, you know, like certain angles or what you can see, and Jeff was so understanding that it made it so much easier for me to feel comfortable, considering it's not really normal to be like half naked and taking pictures, like someone else taking pictures. Makes it sound so dodgy, but that's how it, like, honestly how it feels. You're in a vulnerable position, so you want to know that you trust the person that's like behind the camera and editing your photos, and I really felt that trust from the first shoot. The second shoot, which I want to talk more about because I just love it so much. If you have seen my Instagram, I have posted so much from this shoot. I just loved all of it so much. So during 2020, if you haven't seen my 2020 updates video, go check it out. I will leave a link here somewhere. But I went through a lot in 2020, and I feel like I also grew a lot and learned a lot along the way. I think I definitely changed as a person over that year, for the better, but it was a lot of evolving within the space of literally 1 year. And so my shoot with Jeff was in December, and it was just as we came out of lockdown, which seems funny to say now, was just after lockdown, and we worked with Janey, the makeup artist, who did amazing work. But I wanted something different with this shoot because me and Jeff had already worked together. It was nice to be able to feel comfortable already and go in knowing that I wouldn't be betrayed in a light that I didn't want to be seen in. And so this time I went in and I wanted, it was kind of harder to describe this time, but Jeff definitely helped me and helped me deliver like what I had intended for, especially considering we both communicated with mood boards and constant communication way before the shoot. The shoot I wanted to be sexy, confident, but art. because I have been going to the gym more and my muscles and my body shape had changed, and I was I mean, I still am like completely, I don't want to say it's not in a vain way, completely in love with myself, in love with the growth that I'm having, in love with the journey I'm on and the person, the woman I am becoming, that I wanted to show that in my photos. It's a way to express myself without having to write like everything down, even though my captions for some of them were quite long on Instagram. But I really loved how, again, we played with light purely because it wasn't actually supposed to be sunny at all on the day that we shot, and it was so cold outside. I think it was 3 degrees. It was not warm at all, but we expected it to be raining, cloudy minimum, but it was clear skies, so we ended up having a really awesome shoot with lots of light and shadows. There's one shot of my back that I absolutely adore. I just think it's so, it looks like art. But throughout the shoot, I just love the photos. There were so many sets, and Jeff came with like some different lingerie sets that he could provide as well, for me to use, which I did, considering I had a couple pieces that I didn't end up taking with me from Pretty Listing that I have a whole video for that I will show you. I felt so glammed up, like Janey did my makeup, and it was just, I was so happy with it. She did a really good job. I was really nervous about her doing, because she does hair and makeup, she helped do my hair as well, but I was so nervous beforehand because if I haven't worked with a makeup artist before, I'm really cautious of how they do my makeup, just because of my skin tone and like my hair. I have certain things that I do with my hair, and now that I have it natural the majority of the time, like I haven't used heat on it for the longest time now, at least 6 months I haven't used heat on it at all. Actually coming up to almost a year, I'd reckon, that I was just worried what she'd do, but she smashed it. And because my pieces were black and white, she was able to put green on my eyes, and false eyelashes, which I'm not used to. Even in modelling, like I usually do my own makeup, or even when I did the Stay Wild swim shoot and had Rose do my makeup, I loved her makeup as well. It wasn't false eyelashes because it was just really good mascara, but it wasn't that kind of shoot, like it wasn't glam in that way, whereas this boudoir shoot was so glammed up. I definitely enjoyed the shoot. And then after we did the boudoir work, we went outside and went to a skate park and I don't know what it's called, but it's basically, there's a bridge that has a train track on top, but there's like arches underneath. It's in Haywards Heath, and it's just really cool. I was originally going to do it only wearing my bodysuit and my docks, but I ended up, because it was just so cold, I ended up having my trousers on top and then just keeping my trousers on because it was freezing. At some point I will do, hopefully, a bodysuit shoot with Jeff, because that's what we intended to do in the summer, but hopefully when the weather's like a bit better, so I'm not going to freeze to death outside. But yeah, I really enjoyed the shoot, and so I'm going to dive into why I like changed my mind a bit. So the reason why I hadn't done boudoir before, or like I had done some boudoir shots and like implied nude shots with some photographers before, but never posted them or put them anywhere, purely because how I looked at them, either they were too sexual. So one of the shots is from the very first shoot I did, and I actually love the photo. My only issue is that I was so nervous about being in my underwear that I can see it in the photo, and I, like, even having posted boudoir shots now, I feel like I would want to redo it rather than post it. And I did implied nude with another photographer, and I just thought I looked kind of vulnerable and innocent, and I wasn't as keen on that look. Like, I like to be feeling empowered and feel like I'm empowering other women rather than it being like some sexual male gaze thing. So I decided not to post that, and because I didn't know what I was doing for my job, still half don't, I didn't want to be posting half naked pictures everywhere when I didn't know if I was going in the film industry or like what I wanted to do, especially if they looked really sexual. Hence why I'm really particular with the shots that I do put on social media. So my camera died. I've just heard as well like some horror stories from women that have done, like models that have done boudoir shoots, and it's like some stuff that's happened with photographers, and I just don't want to put myself in that position. I feel like I have a unique look anyway, and would rather do fashion and choose to do boudoir when, like, out of my own choice when I want to, rather than being put into that niche, because once you go down that niche, that's like not all you get asked to do, but it's a bit like acting. Like, if you're constantly doing comedies, at some point they're gonna put you in the corner of a comedy actor, and then it's really hard to then diversify. So I want to make sure that, like, considering I've only been doing modelling for a year, I want to keep it as diverse as I can, and not fall in the category of being sort of like that kind of model. Not that there's anything wrong with that, it's more, it's so early in my career, I don't know if that's what I want to do. I absolutely adore the photos. If you haven't seen my Instagram, then it's at Maya Kipping. I literally post every single day. There may be the odd day that I miss out, but usually it's every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please also check out Jeff Horne, his Instagram profiles. He's got a boudoir one and a general photography one. Both are awesome, and he does some videography as well. Also, Janey's makeup Instagram I will tag, and because I mentioned her, Rose Daniels makeup as well, because she's posting more and I love her makeup as well. So because I mentioned her, I'm obviously going to tag her. But I hope you guys have a really good day wherever you are. Bye guys.